It's the normal Listarelli Tampa. Oh yeah. Well, the moment has come. We're gonna meet Joey again.
G'day, this is the Clueless Traveller Senior. Welcome back to our last episode about our homecoming and our reunion with Joey.
Well, after a couple of hours again in the plane with a very screaming kid behind us the whole time, it was a lot of kids and screaming a lot, literally behind us. We made it to Bari again, to Italy, and now we're gonna get the train to our bed because we really desperately have to sleep. Well, good morning from Italy. Yesterday evening we arrived here in Bari after, as I told you, a pretty horrible flight. I tried to sleep a little bit because I hadn't slept the entire day, so that saved me a bit. And we arrived at a place where I used to live 2 years ago for 2 months. Very ironic conclusion of this travel, but I contacted the host and I told her we were coming to Bari again, and she offered to host us for 2 nights. So it's very strange to be here again, but it's nice to see her again. So this is the house that we are staying in. And I used to sleep in this room before, 2 years ago. But yeah, now we sleep here in the office, in the sort of old office. It's pretty chilly here, right? Yeah, told you so. So yeah, those houses are pretty cold because they have single glass windows and bad insulation, or not even insulation, and they have only ceramic floors basically. So yeah, compared to our houses, this house is much colder than the same temperature in the Netherlands. And yeah, it's funny because the dog remembers me, and obviously doesn't remember my dad because they never saw each other, so that she was barking at my dad and not at me. So it's funny that he still remembers me. Apparently she said that she remembers people from even a long time ago, so that's funny. And she still remembers my trick because I learned her to do give paw paw, and she still remembers. So yeah, just enjoying the day today. It's gonna rain unfortunately, but yeah, we just make the best out of it. But it's fun to see this place again. So we're exploring the old town of Bari at the moment, and it's the first time for Dad to be in an Italian city actually.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
By memory.
Yeah, by memory, it was at a reasonable age.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're gonna go to the pasta street where they make the pasta. Oh, this is one of those churches here. Just gonna walk around a bit and yeah, try to see as much as we can and show where I was for 2 months. It's kind of ironic. Well, your first gelato. Ah, great. Grazie mille. Okay. Pistache and cafe. And yeah, fior di latte, pistachio and vanilla lemon mix. So here we are outside of the Bastione, and Dad is having his very first good gelato. With some coffee, and you always get water with your coffee, that's normal. Well, enjoy. It's good? So yeah, we are outside of the Bastione, and we're enjoying the day as long as it's possible without the rain, because it's supposed to rain later. And they still have a lot of Christmas decoration here for some reason. And Dad is taking some pictures here and there. And we're trying to find the pasta street where they make handmade pasta, orecchiette, which is the pasta of the of Bari, that looks like an ear. I think it was in the street over there. I still remember where everything was. That is useful. So that's the drying. Here they dry them, and then that's the normal listarelli. This is the different flavors bag. Remember?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, they're always they're very nice, very tasty. If we have some space in the luggage.
Ciao, vuole qualcosa la pasta?
Ah, solo fedele, grazie. So yeah, here you have those pasta ladies. So that's the like how to say it, the integrale sort of version.
Yeah.
And well, I think the black ones were from also with olive or something. The green ones maybe spinach, and the red one was tomato, I think. And it's the big ones, the very big ones. Sì, i grandi. Yeah. And the different torelli and flavors. And oh yeah, this is the sweet ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, also you have all kinds of versions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that this is just their house, you know, just their house. They don't have front yard or something. They always live on the lowest floor, even though they have an upstairs floor. They always have an upstairs floor with a living room and a kitchen, but they never use it for some reason.
Oh.
They always live on the lower one.
Because they like to go in and out, of course.
Well, it becomes the living area, and the other one is just the showing sort of area. Oh, that's oh yeah, that's with all that's with the peppers.
Oh, right.
You can. That's what I took the last time. A whole bag of it, that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are also known for peppers. With a little altar. And then you exit the other way. And then you're here again. So it's a little bit like a maze. Well, it's a bit windy here. It's the lookout point over the harbor and the Adriatic Sea, because now we are at the Adriatic Sea, the coastline. So yeah, 2 days ago we were at the Indian Ocean, and now we are in the Adriatic Ocean Sea, Mediterranean Sea. Yeah. So we're jumping from sea to sea. It's a week ago we were in the Singapore Strait.
27 or 29 degrees.
Yeah, 30 degrees.
And
well,
9 degrees.
2 days ago it was 30 degrees. So it's weird, like it's already 10 days ago that we were even in Australia. So. So we're walking about this boulevard here, or Lungomar as they call it. It's very different weather from what we had for the last 2.5 months mostly. Apart from the first week in Sydney and in Adelaide, it was also a little bit, you know, cloudy maybe, or cold. But that's the only time we had that. It's a quiet day today because it's Sunday, so most things are closed, but it doesn't matter. It's good. Yeah. So here in the center of Bari, they still have a lot of Christmas decorations for some reason, even though it's already 2 weeks past New Year. So
It's about 3 weeks after Christmas.
it's 3 weeks after Christmas. So
I guess tonight they will probably turn it on, I guess, or when it's dark. It's nice anyway to keep the light, to keep it a little bit alive, the spirit. Here also they have it. Yeah.
Piazza Moro, heet het. Piazza Moro.
Yeah. After the guy with the thing.
Moro.
So yeah, what you reckon of the city? It's not that big of city.
Well, it's big enough. Bigger than Hilversum, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. It's a nice city to have a walk through. Oh yeah, you want to go back to the fort, or you want to go back home and then maybe have a walk tonight or something?
Oh yeah, we still got the fort to do,
Yeah, if you want to go, we could go to the fort. I don't know if it's open.
Way out the other side now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's open still.
What fort?
So here we have the center with a theater. One of the theaters here in Bari. It actually is more doing expositions now. And just walking around the center anyway, and we've got some pastitotto, which is like a dessert from Lecce, to be fair, but it's eaten a lot in Puglia in general. And yeah, just walking around a bit in the city and realizing slowly that the travel is almost over. Tomorrow is the last day. What do you think about that, Dad? The last day?
Thank goodness for that.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's good to get home again. We get the heater on.
Yeah, if it works.
It's if the heater works.
But I think what he's trying to say that yes, the trip was nice, but it's nice to be home also.
Yes.
Yes, that's
all good things come to an end.
Yes, that's the hidden message behind it. Yes.
Yes. And when you're going to do this, do it when you're still young and flexible.
Yeah. So Dad is still young. We learned that he's still young.
But not flexible anymore.
Well, that's something that you have to work on. But this definitely kept the joints going.
The joints loose.
Yeah, to keep it loose and loosen it up a bit. So it was a good exercise trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next time we're gonna go hiking the Mont Blanc.
Yeah, Mont Blanc or the Mongolia.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, we're going to the Bastion again. Have a look around the fort. Still didn't rain, so that's good.
Yeah.
It was supposed to rain the entire night, but it still didn't happen.
Well, probably.
So we were lucky.
Probably about 8 o'clock tonight.
Well, that's good. So we were given an extra day. So inside this Bastion they always have museum expositions. And now it's about the Greek influence of southern Italy, which was a very big influence. And they left those artifacts. Yeah. It's all from before Christ. It's actually from a city called Taranto, which now is a little bit a forgotten city, as I noticed. But it actually has a lot of history from the Greek times. The Greeks colonized it in the early times, in antiquity. Bronze Age times. So much detail.
You know, the panhandle.
Yeah.
Same as the other one.
Yeah, very.
Must be the same.
So here we can see very obvious Greek themes on it and myths. the old times in an interesting way with those screens everywhere. Like you are in the middle of a market square, I think. It's supposed to look like some kind of what they used to do in their time or something, but it looks a little bit creepy. The old courtyard. So the oldest part of this place is the Byzantine walls and ruins, which is down under the fort. And they obviously found multiple items here. But this is the oldest part. From the early Byzantine times, yeah. But apart from that, in this fort, like in many forts along the coast, it's mostly empty inside. Because most of it got stolen and looted during the centuries. So it's mostly filled with exhibitions now. Well, we finished our little tour through this bastion. It is a little interesting exhibition. And it started to rain finally, which was supposed to be happening already earlier. So we were lucky today that we could finish our last day without rain. Now we're walking back because well, we have already done enough today and we're getting hungry. So it's time to get a pizza somewhere and have dinner. And to finish our last day of the travel. And what did you think of Bari?
Very nice and organized city.
Yeah.
Very organized.
Not too big.
Good morning from Italy, Bari. It's the last morning of our travel. Look. It's pretty early now. It's yeah, 7:30 and I'm already awake. So I'm just gonna have some breakfast. Today we fly at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we have to be at the airport around 12. So yeah, we have still the entire morning to relax and eat something. Yesterday I bought those. They are called pasticciotto. Very nice. But I still have this one from yesterday. So I'm gonna eat this one. Yeah, that's it for now.
So yeah, the funny thing was that when I was living here, I was living in the room next here, which I showed you before. And there was always this man that is living upstairs somewhere that was throwing food, like a big clump of some kind of concoction of food here on the roof of this, I don't know even what it is, building over here. And then every morning 30 pigeons, maybe more, would then come here and eat. Considering that they make a lot of noise, 30 pigeons, every morning at 6 o'clock or something I was already awake, because that room has no windows, only the door and then the door for getting outside. So for a little bit of ventilation I needed to open at least something. So every morning I would wake up and he would do that in the morning and also in the evening, and then you hear suddenly like boom, and then boom, like 30 pigeons coming. And it really drove me crazy sometimes. I was like, oh my god, this guy. I tried to shoot him away or something, throw water at them, or just try to get them out. They don't listen, they didn't go. I yelled at upstairs like, stop that, stop doing that, and doesn't listen. So I asked the lady here, by the way, is that guy still feeding the pigeons? She was like, yep, still doing that. Like, oh, okay, great. I mean, now they're just 5 and there's no food here. But yeah, you can imagine when they're 30 and they're all like ruku, 30, 40 pigeons. No. Crazy. Well, we are ready to leave. First I'm gonna go to the supermarket to get some snacks. Don't know where I'm gonna put those, probably in my jacket or something like I did before. But I really want some Italian snacks. And yeah, I always take pocket coffee, it's my favorite snack. Probably here they don't really find it very interesting, but for me I always like the snack. And I can put it in my jacket somewhere in my pockets, like I did before. And then yeah, we have to walk to the metro station. And I'm also gonna post postcards quickly at the post office and see how long it takes. As usual, sending postcards here is just always a long thing to do. You go to the post office, you take a number. Again, here in the post office they do everything still what we don't do already for 40 years. They still do here, like taxes, paying bills, doing administration or something. So if you want to send a simple postcard, you have to wait there for a long time. Now it was maybe 15 minutes. And my postcard is actually pretty big this time. So I asked if she had an envelope, which you would think they have in the post office. And she said, no, you have to go to the tabaccaria on the other side of the street, which is like a tobacco place. And I'm like, yeah, of course, no, sure, because of course post office doesn't have those things. Duh. Because why should we be efficient, right? Anyway, I got some snacks. Also got some coffee for her, because actually we use a lot of coffee, especially my dad. So it's the only thing at least you can do, right? Now walking back and preparing to go to the metro, to the train basically. And then we're gonna go.
Sì, seduta. Zampa. Oh, yeah. Brava. No.
Quindi li mangiate durante il viaggio?
Zampa. Sì, ma non sai come loro sono, sempre altre regole.
No, non ti preoccupare, le cose da mangiare, non l'acqua devi.
Dai, vieni. Yes, dai. Seduta. Dai, brava. Zampa. Brava. Che brava sei. Sì. Brava. So now we are walking towards the station with the luggage. Last time I did this was with a luggage of 20 kilos and a very uncomfortable luggage. This time it's way easier. That's my dad. Just have to cross the road. And that's it. So here we are at the Bari airport. We got through the first checks and it's time for a snack. So of course, focaccia barese. First time for dad. Typical focaccia of this city and this region. So those are all like lucky charms that I have here in Puglia everywhere. They put them on the balconies or something like that, or in the house or whatever, and it's yeah, sort of like a lucky charm. I think it was about prosperity and for the mothers, that they are able to be how do you say that, like give birth or something. Yeah, so I bought small things for my aunt that don't break in the luggage, hopefully. And here we have all kinds of souvenirs, and I have even a machine that you know that you can buy things. Like, it looks very Japanese, but it's not. And you can even buy ceramics on this machine, and oil or something, and extra virgin oil, all in the machine. Or yeah, marmalade, something like that. Or liquor, wine. It's even cheese and meat. It's very smart. Everywhere in Milan you can find nice flavors. And again with the tops on it, huh? With the tops. Yeah, so then you know it must be good. Well, you have a nice ice cream. What flavors do you have?
Pistachio and stracciatella.
Yeah, and it's good. Yeah, it's not like home, huh? Better.
Well, it looks, well, Mr. Green looks brown.
Well, that's the natural coloring. That's how what it's supposed to look like. The other stuff is cheap and fake. Yes, Venki ice cream, very famous here. We have done, after this one, 16 flights. No, wait, 14 flights. Yeah, 14 flights, I think. So I've got some quick snacks to take in the airplane and back home, because it's always better here than at home. Everything is always more delicious here than in the Netherlands. So I always try to take something with me, so I got my pockets full, like here, with stuff. And there's food for whatever, I don't know, tonight, tomorrow, whatever. It's always nice and always better. And it's cheaper here than in the Netherlands. Because if you want something like this in the Netherlands, you pay the top price for it. Well, the last flight of 14 flights.
Yes.
Well, we're back again where we started, 2.5 months later. Back in Amsterdam, back in the Netherlands.
Almost 3 months later ago.
Yeah, 2.5 months. So now it's time first for some coffee, and then we're gonna take the train. And yeah, luckily Joey is gonna be brought to us tomorrow, so that saves us a lot of pain. And that's it, we made it. It's finished of the travel.
That was the last flight. The last check-in.
Yeah. Well,
That.
what is the conclusion of the travel? Your opinion? Was it?
Well, it's, if you want to see something, it's murder. It's murder on you.
I mean, the travel in general, but
Well, the
that's
travel in general is fantastic, of course. Because it comes at a price.
the 2.5 months. I mean,
It comes at a price. If you want to see something, you have to travel a lot.
yeah. So. Well, we arrived home, and what I was already thinking, maybe my aunt and uncle and cousin have maybe done something. This is the flag, Australian flag. It's actually my room, so let's see if there's something behind that or something. And yes, I think so. Yeah. Welcome home, flyer thingy. Welcome thuis. Yeah. Printed out some letters. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and a little bit home kit, Dutch home kit. Yeah, speculaas, Dutch cookies, stroopwafel, hopjes, borrelplankjes, chutney and things like that. And also for Joey, sticks for Joey. And yeah, they are, I think 0.3 years. Yeah, e-pass. Well, the moment has come. We're gonna meet Joey again. My uncle and aunt have driven all the way from the north, an hour and a half away from here, to bring him back. And we're gonna film his reaction finally, after so many months and weeks. They are in front of the house, I think. So let's see how he will react. Well, let's surprise him. Let's see where he is. Oh. Hey Joey! Hey!
Hey Joey!
Hello!
Hey!
Hey!
Hey Joey!
Kom dan!
Hey!
Hey jongen! Hallo!
Hallo! Hallo! Hey Joey!
Hey buddy!
Hey, hallo!
Hallo!
Hey! Ja, ja, ja. Grote hand geweest, hè? Grote hand geweest.
Oh. Hallo! Weet je het nog?
Ja,
Hey,
ja.
weet je het nog?
Hey, hey, hey.
Weet je het nog jongen?
Hallo! Hallo! Hey! Oh, hij is al
Hallo!
weg. Hij heeft de
Hallo!
sleutel. Ja, Willem heeft de sleutel.
Hallo! Hey buddy! Hey, weet je het nog jongen?
Hallo!
Weet je het nog jongen?
Hey Joey! Hey Joey! Ah, grote hand. Ja!
Hallo! Hallo!
Good morning from the Netherlands. It has been a couple of days since we're home and we have settled down back into the Dutch and winter life. But I still have to show you all the souvenirs that in the end I collected. So here we have this magnet. This is all the places that we have been in magnets. And it's just very strange to see it like this, so small. This is my entire story. 2.5 months in magnets. And it just barely fills a table. And it's just always funny to think about, like, oh, doesn't look very big. But yeah, all of these are magnets. So here we have the postcards. They have all arrived. Well, actually almost all. The only one that is still on its way is the one that I actually sent in Italy. But that's from the Maldives and from Kuala Lumpur because I didn't have time to do it earlier. And it's just the tradition, that's why I keep doing that. It's just the tradition of sending it physically, not taking it with yourself. It's not the same. So yeah, it's also the entire story of my trip in one table. It's yeah, very ironic actually. It's on my travel to Italy in Puglia I actually have more cards, I think, because I technically visited more locations or cities or villages. And now of course you make huge leaps from city to city or place to place, which then looks like you did less, but you just made greater distances in the end. Yeah, so some interesting ones is this one is, for example, wood. This is a wooden one, very, it's almost veneer almost. It's maple wood. It's yeah, with some cockatoos on it. This one is like a painting, for example. It's yeah, from an inspired painting from the Magnetic Island. This one is an original one from the Irwins, from Robert Irwin. This one is also inspired painting from a Japanese artist. Of course, this one is also wood. It's the flag of Australia. It is made of, well, it doesn't say actually what kind of wood it is. But yeah, it's the well, the flag of Australia. This one was sent from the tower. Inside the tower you have a post office. And yeah, the rest are just from some, you know, obscure places that not a lot of people probably go to, like this one, Mangarani Hotel. Don't think a lot of people go there because it's in the middle of nowhere. And Moree is the gate to the outback. Not a lot of people probably go here either. And the Birchfield track, of course. Not many people do the same probably. Yeah, or Urana or Gerrera.
So very unique postcards most of the time. Next to that, I also got some other souvenirs, of course, as much as we could. So I gave my dad this stone. It's probably a very touristic thing, but doesn't matter. It was about the idea because it is actually it's supposed to show a platypus, and this was about, yeah, I think it was like a thank you stone or something. I have to read it again, but it's like a thank you stone or an appreciation. Oh no, yeah, togetherness. That's what it says under here. It was about this, so the fact that we were traveling together and stuff. So yeah. Then this one I got from the Cave Systems. It's I don't remember what kind of stone it was, but yeah, it looks nice and it's important. It's flat, so it's easy to take with you. Then of course my birthday. Crikey, it's my birthday thing from Australia Zoo. It's just funny to have. And I got one of those stones, a message stone, probably also very touristic, but the message stone has been part of Aboriginal life since the dream time. It's said that each stone brought the giver good luck and the receiver safety against evil spirits. I mean, it's just, yeah. One of those things are like a must-have a little bit, of course. You need to have something that has to do with the Aboriginals, of course. And it's a nice message. Then I also bought money. So actually that was already in Sydney. Don't really think that I mentioned that. But it was this coin shop, or I don't even know how to call that place. It's an interesting name also, because it's called Downies. And in that shop there was of course a lot of currency. And I found these. So this is Japanese occupation money from Indonesia. So this is all in Dutch, but it's Japanese occupation money. I have never seen that before here in the Netherlands. Didn't actually think about that they had such a thing, of course, probably. I have other notes in my house from the war period and stuff, but it's mostly like Dutch or Filipino pesos, but then from the occupation. But I never saw these, so that was kind of surprising, and there were actually quite a lot there. So here we have the 10 guilders, for example, and it says here the Japanese government, and here's also Japanese writing. For example, this is 5 cents, this is 1 cent, this is 10 cents, this is half a guilder, and this was 50 cents. And this is all from the Japanese occupation. So yeah, I've just had to take it because I like those things and it's very interesting. Yeah, so that also, I got a Maldivian flag, because how often do you go to the Maldives? I quickly got my dad a mouse pad from Abu Dhabi, because why not? And then of course a Malaysian, how do you call such a thing actually? Like a, well, you know what it is. I don't actually remember the name of this. Then also got a book from Dreamtime. It's a Dreamtime storybook. So that sort of tells you a bit about their belief systems of the Aboriginals and the reason behind certain things. Yeah, it makes you understand them better. And again, it tells you and shows you that the Aboriginals by far were just savages in the bush, but they were and still are a very elaborated, cultured people that just do things different than the West. That doesn't mean that it is bad. Different doesn't mean bad. And of course I got this very expensive keychain, as you maybe remember, which apparently was $20 for some reason. So yeah. Then I also got this dragon stone. This one is from Singapore. I don't remember what kind of stone it was, but it's some kind of crystal stone, and it's a dragon. So yeah, I bargained for it sort of, and it seemed like a good deal. Yeah, and that is basically 2.5 months on a table. So yeah, that's kind of to conclude the travel. In the meantime, Joey is munching on his bone. Hi, Joey. Yeah, he's already forgotten that we left him in the first place. So that's it for now. And that's yeah, it for this travel. And see you on the next adventure. So thank you very much for sticking with us. And yeah, let me know what you thought of the entire trip. And yeah, we all became a little bit less clueless after such an ordeal. Well, see you next time. Bye bye. Well, and with that we conclude our 2.5 months of traveling. I must say I'm very happy that I was able to do this heritage tour with my dad, and the only advice I can give is don't wait. Life is too short. Do it now.
This is Mr. Reef signing off. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.